Hey everybody, Professor Benelou here with your third and final video regarding the Unit 2 discussion board assignment. I apologize because I got too enthusiastic and I went over the women's rights movement, the Chicano rights movements in the second video. I will revisit those and then get into the Black Power movement, and that will be it for our discussion of the topics that you can choose. Okay, so again, I want to get into the background. National Organization of Women, important organization, is still around today. It was formed in 1966 and was inspired to be formed by the passage of the Civil Rights Act in 1964 for equality for women. Two main founders of now, Dr. Pauli Murray and Betty Friedan. Murray was a Yale law professor, and she was also a member of the President's Committee on the Status of Women in the 1960s. Friedan, of course, famous for her 1963 book, The Feminine Mystique. She was so smart, Friedan, in the sense that she interviewed women that had graduated from her alma mater, Smith College, and she basically blew a hole in the theory that, women were happy housewives, okay, and stay-at-home moms. She found actually that many of the women that she interviewed were looking for something more. They were yearning for a career. So she turned her findings into the groundbreaking 1963 book, The Feminine Mystique. Again, I feel every woman should read it. It's amazing. The one finding of her book that was struck home with me and I found fascinating was her assertion that women that are stay-at-home wives and moms take longer with their household chores than women that work outside the home. The one main flaw in the Feminine Mystique is the fact that it was geared towards white middle-class women in general. Chicano rights movement, the background of Cesar Chavez and United Farm Workers is what you need to know. The primary document that you'll be analyzing is an interview with Cesar Chavez. Chavez was born in Yuma, Arizona in 1927. He learned about injustice at a very young age because his father was swindled out of land by unscrupulous whites. Chavez and his family moved to California, where he was banned from speaking Spanish in school and was underwent a lot of prejudice because he was Latino. After completing 8th grade, he became a migrant farm worker to support his family. He had to drop out of school. 1962, Chavez, along with Dolores Huerta, formed the United Farm Workers. It's still around today, a very important organization. The main purpose has always been to fight for the rights of migrant workers. In fact, the members of the United Farm Workers went on a strike to protest treatment by California table grape growers and lettuce growers. 1968, he engaged in a 25-day hunger strike and was visited famously by Senator Robert F. Kennedy. There's incredible pictures of Kennedy visiting him during his strike, or his hunger strike. Black Power. There was a split between the civil rights movement, within the civil rights movement. You had one group that wanted to follow King in his nonviolent passive resistance. Then you had the other faction of the civil rights movement that basically said, hey, we've been going down this road of passive resistance for long enough. It hasn't gained enough results. We need to be more aggressive if we are to achieve our rights. So this led to the rise of groups like the Black Panthers. They were a big part of the Black Power movement. They were formed in 1966 by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, and they fought for African American rights and particularly against police brutality. And the document that you will be analyzing in this portion is a document that is basically an opinion piece on the civil rights movement and the rise of the Black Power movement. Okay? I hope this has helped you. Please do not hesitate to contact me with absolutely any questions you have on this assignment.